My name is Joe Saul. I'm an adoptee, a psychotherapist, and the author of Adoption Healing, A Path to Recovery.
Terror is non-negotiable. Why am I saying this? Well, first a few questions. Why do some adoptees and moms have so many walls up? Why can't they tell us they have walls up? Why do they seem so cold and distant? Does it mean they don't care? Does it mean they don't love us? Is their behavior disrespectful? I think the answer to all the above is terror. Non-negotiable terror. Trauma victims fear the trauma will repeat. The unconscious mind says it happened once, it will happen again.
It's hard to imagine not being immobilized by terror if suddenly confronted with the reality of the above scenes. Terror is non-negotiable, and the cause of the terror is fear of repetition of the initial trauma.
Reunion, or the thought of reunion, brings one consciously or unconsciously to the feelings of the initial trauma, separation of mother and child. Some people can manage to face their fear, and some cannot. It is not about choice. Those who cannot face their fear have what is called fear of fear. Their terror is so severe that they believe they will be instantly annihilated if they even think about being afraid. So they are afraid of their fear and be completely unaware of it. Thus, when the adopted person with whom you are in reunion, or with whom you wish to be in reunion, avoids talking about their adoption-related feelings, or insists they are okay with adoption, or do not refer to you as their mother or child, or insist they don't hurt, or have no anger or sadness, it is likely that they are terrified of their emotions and unaware of the terror. The same holds true for a mom who is being cold and distant to her lost child. For example, one may not be able to acknowledge being one's child or one's mother, but that does not mean they don't believe it. It means that acknowledging the connection will bring the feelings of the loss with it, the profound pain of the wounds of separation, and that terrifies them to the point of thinking they will be annihilated. Some of us wake up earlier than others in terms of getting help. There is no timetable for when this happens, and we must not blame those who are still sleeping. If one believes in the primal wound theory, then one knows that no one can lose a mother and not have extreme pain, anger, and sadness about it, nor, in my opinion, can a woman lose a child and not have extreme pain, anger, and sadness about it. When someone is terrified of annihilation and unaware of the terror, that terror is non-negotiable. Only when the person can safely become aware of their fear can they begin to face it and tame it. Until then, their unconscious mind is at battle stations. All their walls are up, and they are unapproachable in terms of being open to discussion. The tendency is for the recipient of the distancing to believe that they are being rejected, snubbed, unloved, uncared for, disrespected. They become sad, angry, and they blame the one who has the walls up. It is vital that we do not blame our other. It is very important to understand that the walled-up person is not consciously choosing to be distant. Terror is the likely cause, and therefore non-negotiable. We must remember that all of us who have been separated by adoption suffer greatly. Being awake is not a function of more or less pain. Some of us are lighter sleepers than others. We need to be patient with the sleepers. We must not take their distancing personally. If we can do some good inner child work, convince our inner core that the way we are being treated is not about us, is only about the terror of our other, we will be sad, but it won't hurt the same way at all. Someone who is terrified can be viewed as what Clarissa Pinkola Estes referred to as a stone child. someone who is in so much pain, bent over, hugging themselves, and yet if approached by anyone offering comfort, they scream, "Get the hell away from me." We must not blame the sleepers. We must have empathy for the stone children. We need to take care of our own pain first. Like they say on a plane before takeoff, if there is an emergency, put on your oxygen mask first. We have to do our healing first, or we won't be able to be there for anyone else, including our other, when they wake up. When we take care of our own healing, we will communicate with others in a way that is more likely to be receptive and cause them to wake up. All of us have our own reactions to our trauma. None of us want to be blamed for the way we are. Let's not blame our others for being the way they are.